Welcome back, folks, to another episode of the Virginia Garden Diva. Today is planting day, and I'm going to show you a few things that I've decided to plant in my raised bed garden. So this first variety is called the Sunrise Bumblebee. The Sunrise Bumblebee tomato plant is an indeterminate tomato plant, and it will give me some nice cherry tomatoes with red, orange, and even yellow stripes. So they're really pretty, and they are definitely growing in popularity with home gardeners. This one here is called the Zebra Eggplant, and this will give us some really pretty violet colored eggplants with variegated stripes, white stripes, sometimes yellow, and this is definitely a really good producer for home gardeners. This one right beside it is actually called the Tricked You or Fooled You jalapeno pepper. And this particular pepper looks like a jalapeno but without the heat, so that's why it's called Tricked You. This last pepper is one of my favorites. I've been growing it for many years, and this is the fish pepper. The fish pepper grows to be about 3 feet tall and produces a considerable amount of compact size peppers that are pretty hot. So if you're looking for something different, the fish pepper is definitely one of my favorites. This again is an heirloom pepper. Dates back to about 1860 here in the Mid-Atlantic area with African American farmers as well as industry folks that work in the seafood industry along the Chesapeake Bay. So in this second raised bed, I'm going to plant a few different varieties. This first one is called the Zapotec tomato plant, and the Zapotec is an heirloom variety from Mexico. It's been cultivated for hundreds of years by the Zapotec Indians in Mexico. And this particular variety will produce between 1 and 2 pound beefsteak tomatoes that are actually ribbed or pleated. So really pretty on the plate and a nice beefsteak tomato. This second one is a great paste tomato. So this one is a favorite amongst folks that like to can vegetables, especially tomato sauces. This is a San Marzano tomato plant. This next one is definitely got a cult following amongst tomato connoisseurs and home gardeners. This is a Russian heirloom variety, and this one is called Paul Robeson. So this is a really popular tomato plant that is a Russian variety that was actually named after Paul Robeson. Paul Robeson was a very famous African American athlete and orator and political activist, and this particular tomato plant will produce some nice dark red, almost purple tomatoes. If you enjoy growing peppers but you are looking for something without a lot of heat, this is definitely one to consider. This one is called the sweet cayenne pepper, and the sweet cayenne pepper will grow to be about 30 inches tall and produce loads of 8 to 12 inch long thin-walled sweet peppers, and they transition from green to yellow to red, and they're really pretty to grow in the garden. So again, here is our second raised bed, and here we have again the Zapotec heirloom tomato, the San Marzano paste tomato, the Paul Robeson heirloom tomato, and then the sweet cayenne pepper down at the end. I have also decided to grow a few pepper and tomato plants in large pots. So this first variety is called Garden Salsa, and this is definitely a really good producer of hot peppers. And I've also got a little Thai basil to be a companion plant inside this pot with it. This last indeterminate cherry-sized tomato plant that I have planted in a pot is called the Purple Bumblebee. The Purple Bumblebee is another indeterminate cherry-sized tomato plant that will produce a really good variety of color in purple brown to reddish brown to orangish brown striped cherry tomatoes. And again, looks really good in a salad, and it's growing in popularity with home gardeners. This last one growing in a pot is called Indigo Rose, and Indigo Rose is an indeterminate tomato plant. This one here will grow to be about 3 feet tall and produce some really stunningly pretty cherry-sized tomatoes that are bluish purple in color as well as reddish purple in color. And this is a really good producer of, again, cherry-sized tomatoes with some stunning colors. And again, this is another favorite of home gardeners. And again, these tomatoes look really good in a salad.